Chapter 15. The Center. Mean continued. Our Milky Way galaxy, which is at the core of the universe, makes all other galaxies circulate around the universe with its massive magnetic energy. Our galaxy is like the Big Brother that makes others rotate around the universe. Oh, so it is true then what the ancient scriptures say about our world being the center of the universe, I said with a sudden sense of enlightenment. Correct. Mean confirmed. Your scientists have been trying to find the truth by using their limited sensing abilities, such as seeing, hearing, smelling, and touching, combined with their ability to rationalize by using only the left hemisphere of the brain, the rational side. That's why they couldn't find this ultimate truth. So, it's not surprising that a lot of the ancient knowledge was refuted by modern science. And it has been proven that those who had tapped into this knowledge were not capable enough to fully access and thoroughly understand this ultimate truth. That's why they couldn't fully explain and defend this concept against modern science. As such, they only had two choices. First, to exert superiority and power to destroy these contradictory findings, or secondly, to allow modern beliefs to invalidate theirs. Mean again seemed to say more than I wanted to know. Oh, now I feel that you're mocking the religious institutions, I remarked. Actually, everything I said is based on the universal principles. I took this case only as an example, Mean said apologetically. Well, let's get back to our issue. We're getting closer to the most important point. You've already described the mechanisms at the edge of the universe. Are there other matters that are even more important? I protested. Of course, there are other very important things. He replied with a knowing smile. It is important at both small and large levels, at the particle and macro level respectively, that both remain so coherent that they can't be separated. Mean said, trying to make the topic more attractive. This part is so important because it explains how our entire cosmic system is propelled. As I said before, none of the systems in the universe are motionless. Every system needs to be driven by at least one type of motion. The question is, which mechanism causes the entire system to rotate, and creates the rule of space and time? The major variable is our two planets themselves. They are both the beginning of one thing, and the end of the other. Mean explained. Now let's go back and talk about the initial substance. As there's movement inside of it, it's a bit of a mystery as we all wonder where that moving energy comes from. Although the initial substance has energy in itself, this is only the basic energy. The real energy, or the energy that generates things, is produced after it vibrates. I called it the vibrational frequency, remember? He asked. Yes, I said meekly. The level of density of that vibrational frequency will then define the form at the end. To sum it up, the output of this vibrational process that is the most complex, the best, and densest form in the universe is no other than a living being called man. Yes, this time it was Mean who was exhilarated by the completion of his first full lecture to his first student on this complex topic. I am so excited to have the opportunity to share this with you, said Mean, revealing his heartfelt feelings. Me too, I said. In conclusion, human beings are the most wonderful end result of the vibrational process of the initial substance. And again, human beings are the initial substance for the energy required at a larger scale. Mean continued, and now looked even more excited. while I felt less so, because I still didn't fully understand. Can you please explain more? I asked. Sure, this will answer your question what our parallel worlds are for. Min said. What? I thought of complaining about his lengthy explanations just to answer that earlier question. But then a voice in my head told me to listen until he was done. Shall we continue then? I said, giving him the chance to explain more. I think you are now beginning to develop some skills on telepathy. Min said, this didn't seem to relate to what we were talking about before. When you receive some information in your brain, and you respond to that information, it's because you have received the message transmitted mentally from my mind to you. Min explained, if you keep practicing this skill, you will develop mastery, and you will be able to communicate with anyone without expressing words. Should I now be happy or sorry? I asked jokingly.